Hey guys, it's day 43 of my 100-day challenge to get to 10K MRR, and today was really an incremental sort of day, although I did make some progress in several different areas. Primarily, I was working on the product and changing some of the architecture to enable the code quality and performance modules, as well as making it possible to do the auto fixes for all of the different findings that VibeScan identifies. I'm making a lot of progress, but I'm being very methodical about it, and I'm making sure that the code is clean all the way through each phase of this process, because I tried to get AI to just go implement the whole plan, and it was just such a mess. And it showed to me once again that slow and steady really does win the race. So that's the update on the engineering side of things. But I also did some research on Product Hunt, and I walked through and understood everything that you need to do to get things set up. And honestly, it's pretty straightforward. You pick a day and then you launch your product on Product Hunt. You upload some images, videos, explain what your product is all about, and then you encourage as many people as you can to go and support the product on that day. People can upvote it, people can leave comments, and generally speaking, this leads to some good traffic to the website, so people who are interested could become customers. And then if enough people upvote your product, you can be a top product of the day. So you get a little badge that you can share on your website, and it's a pretty strong social proof signal. So I'm still thinking about the day that I want to actually do the launch, but it'll probably be sometime early August. That'll give me enough time to build out the rest of VibeScan, get a couple more videos out, and when it does happen, I would really appreciate all of your support. I'll definitely set a clear date in the next few days to do the launch, and then I can even send out some reminders or something like that. The last thing that I want to talk about is something that I realized about my funnel, about my landing page, because today I was really curious, I have had this video up that's gotten 4,500 views, and people have been visiting the site, but I'm just like, I wonder where they are stopping in the process. And I realized that although I had all of this analytics stuff set up, there was a piece of my code that was broken that wasn't emitting actually a lot of the events that would help answer that question. So I was just kind of drowning in all of the analysis data, but the data that I really needed wasn't even in there. So I couldn't tell how many people actually went to the checkout and gave up at that point. I could only really tell how many people went to the main page and maybe clicked on some of the things on that page, but I couldn't even isolate the click to go to the checkout. So it's a good reminder that if you set up analytics, you really need to think about what sort of events am I going to actually track, and then make sure that you are actually tracking those events and you can see them in your analytics dashboard. So I still have to make a couple of changes to make sure that's happening, but it was, interesting to see that like 70 people actually did click to go to vibescan.io, and they clicked around, looking through some of the FAQs and even on the Get Beta Access button. But that didn't convert into any sales. So I'm really hoping that there isn't some problem with the checkout. I mean, I ran it in test mode. The production mode seems to be correctly set up. It should be working fine since obviously I did get some sales earlier, but I did make some changes when I merged the landing page and the app into one thing. So I hope that didn't introduce any issues with the checkout. Once I fix some of those analytics, I should be able to tell if people are at least going to the checkout and then if they're having some sort of issue there or not. But my mind is really just on the product right now. So I'm going to get back to coding, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Take care.